on, guys? It's the AdventureCast here once again. And today, this video, we're doing a multiplayer. It's both Beccadello and
Pappy M!
Yeah!
The pappiest M of them all.
Exactly. So, today we're going to show you how to defeat the Goblin Army. And in order to defeat the Goblin Army, or in order to get rocket boots, you're going to have to defeat the Goblin Army. So the Goblin Army is very key if you would like to move, like, progress onward in the game. Like, because you're not going to, if you don't have rocket boots in the game, you're kind of stuck in the game. Because you're definitely going to need rocket boots to defeat the Wall of Flesh and all of the other types of things. So when you want to defeat the Goblin Army, you're going to want to travel to the, not the edge of the world, but almost to the edge of the world. So basically where maybe, in our case, where our dungeon is, it's pretty far out. You're going to have to travel about 3/4 of the way to the edge in easy mode. And then once you're over there, there's going to be Goblin Scouts, and you have to kill those Goblin Scouts. You're going to have to kill probably about a couple, but they're not very rare. You'll find them easily. And once you kill those, they drop tattered cloth. And the tattered cloth is used to make a Goblin standard, and that's what spawns them. So we will be right back while we travel to the edge of the world. Guys, I'm here. This is around where you'll find them. It's about maybe a couple minutes out. It depends on how long or how much you've explored in your world. But it's like, it's around here. This is where we usually find them in our world because we've fought the Goblin Army many times before. So it's basically just a little ways out of the edge of the world. If you see on the top screen, all of that water, that's the edge of the world for us so far. So, it's pretty much around here. It's a couple ways out. And basically what you do is you're going to have to kind of wait around here for a while. And wait for some Goblin Scouts to come in and spawn. I'm pretty sure that they spawn in the daytime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they spawn in the daytime. I don't know why I don't see any right now. But we haven't been here a while, so.
But, like, we tried to, like, defeat a whole bunch of bosses and stuff and get really good.
So far, we've defeated every boss that we can in easy mode, including the Goblin Army.
Except for, just we haven't fought Wall of Flesh.
Yeah, we haven't fought the Wall of Flesh yet. We're still preparing to that.
I wanna take it down. She gonna rag you, wanna slide you down. Yeah.
We're back, and we finally found one. My goodness. Alright, so if you look up on the top screen right here, you're gonna see what he looks like. He just says Goblin Scout on it. He does 10 damage or so. You can take him out.
No, I want to kill him with my Goblin Cleaver.
Oh, sorry. Okay, and so as you can see, he drops tattered cloth. And what you do with this tattered cloth, well, it just says material. But basically, what you do with this is you need, I think it's about 10? 10 per Goblin Battle Standard? Yeah, 10 per Goblin Battle Standard. And you take it to, I believe,
you take it to
crafting bit.
You take it to a loom.
Oh, no, yeah, you take it to a loom, and then yeah, and then you can make your Goblin Battle Standard. So, we're just gonna fight a couple more Goblin Scouts when they come, and get about 10 tattered cloth, and then we'll be right back.
She wanna shake you, nowhere to save you.
Alright, we are back. We finally got 10. That actually took longer than I expected. For some reason, they haven't been spawning as fast as they normally do.
We took a metric buttload of time.
Yeah, just in case you guys didn't know, metric buttload is an actual type of measurement. Just so you know. Alright, so we have 10. So we're gonna magic mirror home. Alright. So now once you get your 10 tattered cloth, you're gonna go to a loom, which is right here. Well, for us, it's right here. You're gonna go to crafting, and you're gonna go to the very, very end, and then it's gonna pop up right. Oh, you're also gonna need wood. You're not just gonna need the tattered cloth. 10 tattered cloth and 5 wood, and that gets you 1 goblin battle standard. And now we can summon it. Basically, there are different types of goblins. There's goblin peons, there's goblin, there's goblin peons, there's goblins, what is it? Oh, I just spawned it on accident.
There's goblin scouts, there's goblin sorcerers.
Yeah, the sorcerers can shoot you from, like, through walls and stuff.
Archers, warriors, and thieves, too.
Yeah. So...
I'm gonna look down there because the goblins always spawn in like a certain place, and so it's not even funny.
Alright, so we're just waiting for this thing to spawn.
I know.
And then it'll say the Goblin Army is approaching from the west, but it takes a while for it to arrive, and once they arrive, it'll say the Goblin Army has arrived.
The thing is that for us, it's not even supposed to happen, but for some reason, it spawns on the east in that little pool. Like that's
Wait,
what
get off of the map?
Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I think I can move it. Here they come.
They came.
The Goblin Army has arrived. And then, so it's just like a big wave of goblins. And it's pretty easy to kill if you have the right weapons. And also for the Goblin Sorcerers, what they throw can be undone by with your sword, like you can block it. Then the Goblin Warriors do have a lot more health. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. They were just amazing.
Goblin Cleaver, come to me!
And the Goblin Archers are kind of a pain because they shoot you from really far away. The Warriors are so strong, honestly. But this is good because once you defeat the Goblin Army for your first time, then you can find a Goblin Tinkerer underground. And then once you find him, you can buy rocket boots from him, which only costs 5 gold. So in retrospect, that's actually really cheap. And your NPCs are also going to be kind of afraid by this. Sometimes it's usually the sorcerers. The sorcerers will spawn inside your housing with the NPCs, but it's fine. They don't really do anything. Your NPCs rarely die from monster deaths.
They usually die from voodoo dolls, which we may get to in another video, or not. I almost killed our trainer 5 times.
And if you have the right weapons, you can defeat this army, the Goblin Army, without even taking a healing potion like I am. I rarely take healing potions now. Or I rarely die from this. I don't know. I'm just I've gotten way better at this than I was before.
But really, as long as you have not a short sword, but a sword that can swing like our swords, you can probably beat them.
Yeah. I mean, the fiery greatsword is kind of hard to get.
And I have a goblin cleaver, which is also kind of hard to get. But it's really called a knight's edge or something like that, huh?
Yeah, it's really called a knight's edge, but I don't know why Happy M just likes to call it the goblin cleaver.
Well, it's cleaving goblins right now, look.
And if you're wondering where we got most of these weapons from, you can actually find them in the dungeon, but you can't go into the dungeon unless you defeat Skeletron. Otherwise, a dungeon guardian will come in and destroy you.
Oh my gosh, you know they're the most overpowered things in the game.
Yeah, their offense is 1 or like an 1,000 hit kill. So like they basically kill you in 1 hit. You have no chance against it.
Where are the rest of the goblins? I cleaved most of them with my goblin cleaver. Watch this. I need more spiky balls.
So yeah, most of our weapons that we have, like, not our swords, of course. Well, actually, your Knight's Edge did kind of come from,
Well, my Knight's Edge, to make it, you need a Knight's Bane, a Blade of Grass, a Fiery Greatsword, and what was the other one? Was that all?
Miramasa,
And yeah, a Miramasa.
which you can get from a dungeon.
Yeah.
But see, like, this quick water bolt that I have, you have to get that from a dungeon.
Yeah, the Miramasa.
And this super magic missile, you have to get it from a dungeon too. A lot of the weapons in Terraria you can't create, you just find in chests. So it kind of adds to the effect that Terraria is mostly an exploring type of game in a sense.
Yeah, the Miramasa, it doesn't do too much damage, but it's kind of cool because it's one of the only, I think it's either one of the only swords or the only sword that you can hold down and will hit in the game. Like, it'll just hold down and randomly swing.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's either our armor or that we have a lot of health, but this is easier than I thought it was.
This is easier than before.
I usually we just do this to get back on, like, just kill goblins for fun. Or,
Yeah, and we usually, for me, I usually spawn the Goblin Army to get coins because you can get so many coins from here. Like, honestly, I already have 2 gold coins.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I only have 2. Oh, whoa. How did I get 2?
What did I? And see now, yeah, the Goblin Army has been defeated. Normally there are still a lot of goblins left over.
Hey, they broke down the
Well, it's basically
snowbanks.
like their main army, I guess. I don't know. There's still some goblins scattered around, but other than that, it's gone. And there is no like ending like Goblin King or whatever, which I think would be a good idea. But you know, whatever. Okay, so from the Goblin Army, it always drops spiky balls.
Oh, I use them all the time for fighting.
And spiky balls are really good for, say, if you're fighting the Eye of Cthulhu, just to like get some resources, like Marcos and I do, or Pappy M and I do. We throw around spiky balls in the ground. So sometimes the Eye of Cthulhu comes up from the ground. So when the Eye of Cthulhu touches the spiky balls, it hurts him. So it's just like a good tactic. And it also drops. What else does it drop?
A harpoon.
But yeah, it drops a
always.
harpoon. It's like a 75% chance it'll drop a harpoon. But yeah. Basically, the Goblin Army is just kind of like a fun thing to do, I guess you could say.
Oh, Rebecca, you want to have more mana? Oh, the arcane cloud in a balloon. I've just noticed it has plus 20 mana, so it's like we maybe are 2 mana. It can be better.
Okay, so, and after that, once you've defeated your Goblin Army, most people try and defeat the Goblin Army so they can get rocket boots. And rocket boots are very crucial if you want to go further into the game. It's basically it's almost impossible to go on into hard mode without rocket boots. So you definitely need to fight the Goblin Army.
Rebecca, I have my voodoo doll on.
Once you defeat the Goblin Army, if you go underground, into a place that like you have not explored yet, you have a chance of finding your Goblin Tinkerer. Not in hell, but you can find a Goblin Tinkerer, and he will sell you the rocket boots, and he will come and live in your house. See, ours is our Goblin Tinkerer's name is Nub. So yeah.
Oh yeah, he can also sell spiky balls. So
Yeah, he sells spiky balls, rocket boots, a ruler, a Tinkerer's workshop, which is crucial to also moving on into hard mode, a grappling hook, and a tool bow.
like you know my
And a
armor.
grappling hook is also very important too. Trust me, you will need I think the key points in the going into hard mode is having a grappling hook, rocket boots, and a really good sword.
It doesn't matter about your armor as long as it's more than 10 defense, I'd say.
Yeah.
But I have 21, so that's
Alright, so that is basically how you defeat the Goblin Army, how to spawn and defeat the Goblin Army. And yeah, that is all. We're also going to do more Terraria tutorials like this, so if you would like to, go ahead and subscribe. Bye-bye!
BBs!